And this is Dr. Khurana here, and I think it's an amazing day here. So, as usual, we are here enjoying best of the best in Marriott, and we always say things happen by default when no plan is the best plan. And God is very kind. We have been moving around, talking to different people, lots of people, those who are even managing the biggest event like for 45 crores visited me here, and it's like few millions of people coming to India for this particular event. And being into event management business, we always appreciate anybody who is doing such a great things, and we are collaborating with the people so that they can even do our event also. What we are planning, last year we were planning my birthday event, but I met an accident and it's a new life, and it's a surprise. I'm walking and moving around being no doctor believes today, because they said I have to spend my whole life on stretcher, and reports even say like that. But still God is very kind. And now idea is, when we are uniting the world, when we keep on saying we need something which can help this world to focus on peace, and world peace is very very important. So since I have a team in 126 countries and more than 300,000 people are directly indirectly attached, uh, so we always talk about crypto, blockchain, and such projects which can help the world to achieve financial freedom. And same thing, we want even Indians to enjoy financial freedom. So we are trying to work what projects we can launch in India to help Indians. So since I have a company, Googolplex, Smiles Party, Billionaires Club in USA, and Peacock events in Dubai, and lots of companies like pharmaceuticals and event management and wrestling, and you know what we say, consultancy and entertainment companies in India. So we are just looking forward how dots can be connected and unite the world, so that the idea of 2025 is to create 1000 new billionaires. And some people may feel it a crazy thing to talk about, because total billionaires in hundreds of years, if we see, are only 25, 2600s in so many years. And in 1 year, if you're talking about 1000 billionaires, it's like a silly idea. So it's difficult to digest. But when we have a technology, when we have a project, and when we take everybody into the confidence to do it correctly, because I take only $1 as a salary from all my companies just to take it, because that's required. uh, and never withdraw any money from any of the companies I've been running from so many years for my personal use. So being a consultant, manage things and give consultancy to many billion-dollar companies and travel around the world. And lots of people have got lots of benefit who met before me and after meeting me. And it's about their need and greed and how they reacted. So people made good money, and some people have really enjoyed great wealth who followed the system. And it's all about karmas, what we call about. So always try to do good deeds, and always in touch with the people. I've been working from last 27 years of my career till today. So this is, we are looking forward to build a massive growth. Now, when we talk about getting people united, we say this year, what we call about 2025, already been talking about from so many years, that this year will be a miraculous, like 20259 number. I will 45 years on this 26th Feb 2025. And even Kumbh Mela is coming on the same day, 26th Feb, when people are getting united after thousands of years, which have never happened. So something which has never happened in the history, when these two dates have been uniting together in lakhs of years. Suddenly, if you see, we are a simple person. We are just a human being and full of sins. So we don't want to compare ourselves with any religious organization or religious thought process. But every sinner has got blessing from any religious organizations. So we always say, when God has a plan, He can forgive us for whatever things have been done in the history, and help us to build up a new life and new things and new way of standard, which can help this world to unite. And I think this date is helping something like that. And it's like a purity day, because normally Kumbh Mela people come for Ganga Snan, and it's to get themselves pure. Shiv, actual meaning, the word Shiv means purity. Same way it's in India right now, it's a BJP party, and Kamal is a sign of purity, like in Gurbani, what we say Kamal Nain, pure eyes. And these things, words I just discovered during my traveling around the world, and especially in Marriott when I was staying in Nandi Hills, JW Marriott. So many things I discovered when I came to know the history, like loyal person for Lord Shiva was Nandi and the Nag, the snake, and most of the people, they betrayed him for their whatever reason, because people used him, but ultimately the loyalty came from them, and they were the permanent those who were protecting him. And same way, like in Gurbani we call Khalsa, that's also pure meaning, and in Spanish we call Pura Vida, that's also pure. So always my life has been struggling about purity, because I always want to be pure, and I always want to love people, those who are pure. And how to get purity, I always, because it's very difficult to maintain purity. So I keep on searching. When I was in Costa Rica, I was keep on asking, when the Costa Rica logo was Pura Vida, so pure life, so it really attracted me. And so many things around the world I have learned, because I have been visiting all the devil cities around the world, and whenever it rains, I felt like in a devil city, God is also helping me to understand, like these people are also not bad, because they have their own lifestyle, own way of thinking. And when rain comes, it gives me something, like I don't know. It's like wherever I've traveled, when it rains, it gives me some signs which make me comfortable with everybody. So I don't fear talking to any kind of lifestyle. Then I discovered like Mata Parvati, 9 avatars was there, and one of the avatar was a prostitute, and she lived 11 days, something like that, as a prostitute. Something people were telling me about in the history. And Maharanjit Singh, one wife was Tawayaf in Indian culture, and that time India was a golden bird. So these things, when it came up, I've learned a lot. It's we shouldn't be hating, because everybody is a woman, so we should respect every woman, whatever lifestyle they are in, because even avatars and the goddess has been promoting. And even you cannot create a statue of Ma Durga unless it's blessed, or even the priest go to the brothel and ask for the sand from the prostitute. Then only they can create a Ma Durga, what do you call, statue, as per the Indian criteria or terms and condition, what we call, because I don't have exact words, because I'm not a religious guy. But it gives just a respect for women. That's what I've learned, that we should respect women, whatever is going on in this world. It doesn't matter, because we cannot stop it, because it's a part of our rituals in Indian culture. So everybody has accepted it, and we should also accept it. So these things have come in my mind, and I feel this 26th Feb, when my birthday is there, since I have a network in 126 countries and been into crypto, blockchain, AI industry, and technology is playing a big role, like internet has changed the world in the last 30 years. So I feel it's an opportunity to unite the world and bring everybody together, because already 45 crore people are participating in this event, which is ending on 26 Feb 2025 on my birthday. And shall I do this event in India, Dubai, US? People are asking me question, when I always say no plan is the best plan, because if I am doing it, it will be very small, to be honest. And it's just sharing a wisdom. It's an opportunity to share the wisdom for me, nothing else. It's not for my recognition. It's not for anything I want out of it. It's about sharing the wisdom, what exactly is happening, and giving me new words to talk about. Because people will remember only the words. They don't want to see my bank account. People don't want to see if I'm becoming rich. Maybe people will hate me if I become rich. So that's what happens. Then people will say lots of things how I become rich. So it's all about sharing good words, good wisdom, and good thought process. Like this is something God is directing me and giving me such kind of knowledge and such kind of information, which I feel I should share with the world. And when we are here, we are living together as a team. We are building businesses around the world. I have, around 8 companies, and 9th company I think I should be planning soon in South Africa, because G20 is coming in South Africa. And all over, if you see, South Africa will be super duper hit program when we talk about the system, because mental health, it's the biggest problem of the world. And I've gone through different phases of the life, so I understood, to unite the world we need to work on the mental health of the people, and we need to learn from the highest teachers, because I'm a student and I'm not even in LKG, to be honest, the way people may address if PhD people are listening. But being an LKG student, I can just say we need treatment, we need mental health education. Can we create a project out of it? Because I have read none of the God has ever created scripture. It was created later on. So when they were living, we don't know how they were living, because they were following scriptures or not, nobody knows. Second thing is, when Lord Krishna and Arjuna conversation was going on, so people said Arjuna never spoke about Gita, or never ever written about Gita anywhere. You understand? So it was Sanjay who was listening. He transformed Gita, and like who was explaining the draft about the Gita. So exactly if we learn about it, like who was exactly writing, who was exactly promoting it, who was exactly doing it, is something we need to understand. And when we talk about technology scripture, technology God, people have so many questions. So I always say it's not like my plan or I don't want to do it. I'm just saying this is the way world is going on. People are more dependent and more trusting to technology than human beings. Like AI is managing biggest events right now. Technology is helping the events into a new look, and communication skills. Without technology, who people will survive, how people will communicate, if you see. So I think if technology scriptures comes, it will give you ethical information, because scriptures will never cheat you, because so many technology people are using, they're getting cheated and scammed. So when at the highest level technology scriptures is launched, so people will trust that this scripture is good for them, this technology is good for them. So something like people, AI avatar people are using, because people don't want to trust, um, or people are not trusted. So they use AI avatar to represent themselves, so that this is how things are being moving around. So when we talk about new thought process, new things, new ways, we need people to understand we have a limited time. So when I was on hospital, some people came. He said maybe this is a one more year God has given you. Do best what you can do, because same thing happened to somebody else, and he said like his father exactly was told he will die after 1 year. So he asked me what you will do if you get 1 year. I said I don't know, because no plan is the best plan. It's before my accident I used to say that these things I didn't create it after accident. So I said whatever has been created, because my assistant whose videos people are watching today also, she is no more in this world. She died after a few months of the accident. So I was admitted for a few months in the hospital. So I have only, prayers with me that time. Nobody came to me, nobody supported me. Everything I have to manage because I'm alone there. Later on, my family and friends came up to support. But initially, the first month or 2 months or 3 months initially when I was in hospital, it was a terrible, lots of pressure, any US treatment. It's like tough, expensive, so many things come up. And I handled everything alone, only with support of prayers and God, because uh, when it's too big, nobody helps. So small thing, people are always there. So with God grace, till today, I've never taken any favor or loan or debt from anybody in my life. And I always believe I have to die debt free. And that's why I will pray, so that we live together in a good way, and always helped people directly or indirectly. People used me in different ways, and so many people got so many benefit before I came, because informations what I gave, people use it. Some people like Lord Shiva, same thing happened. People when they get everything, they'll forget you and take advantages. So you only have to depend upon the prayers and God directly. So God bless them, no regret. Always forgiveness is the key to success. So I forgive everybody, whatever happened in my history in not 45 years. So this is important year, and I feel South Africa will be a turning point where we can create 1,000 new billionaires during this G20 event programs going on, and way things will be coming up, and that's why you're going to connect to the world. And today, since we are here, I think we were just discussing, and Narendra Modi is also here in Bangalore, and it's an opportunity to meet and discuss at the top level. So my team is working on it, since today is my friend's birthday also, and he says he wants me to meet the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, and he has been great achievers. He has mentored people so well. He don't drink, he don't smoke, and he lives healthy lifestyle. And that kind of parties we always talk about, can we create healthy lifestyle which helps people? And what happens, anybody who is in my circle who is supporting, I don't hate them because they drink, they smoke. But ultimately, when I see um, um, role model like Narinder Modi can help young generation, and they can learn from him. Like, you can become successful without drinking and smoking also. Because when it comes to our culture also, when I was talking about Maharanjit Singh or Maharaja of Patiala, they used to drink a lot. And even sometimes when, because if you see when you go to Dubai and these people drink hookah, so many people drink hookah. So when it comes to giving birth to a children, because they say like you have to drink, smoke and all these things, then only you are much more sexually powerful and strong to give more babies. And that's what, like, what do you say, you want to become Baba Ramdev or Shishi Ravi Shankar, or you want to become like Narendra Modi? I said I don't want to become like that, and I don't want to drink also, I don't want to smoke also. And how to live if you want. So because they don't want to produce babies and they have a different lifestyle, so if you follow their lifestyle, then you will not be able to produce babies. So what's your choices? So there's a role model, Changes Khan, who is like a devil, who has maximum children around the world. So whom to follow and what lifestyle to follow? Because none of the holy person ever wrote any holy book or scripture on sex. How important is to give a birth to a baby? Because it's the most important part of any marriage life or protocol what we have to maintain. But all the scriptures are written by the foolish guys, or you can say the people, those who are just using sex just for an entertainment. Nobody is using it to giving birth to a baby and explaining this is important. And we need to make sure any good person can come up with such concept, because giving birth to a baby is very very important. And that's what young generation also need to understand, like what, because most of the people in today's world, they make fun of the people those who follow religious lifestyle. And like, if you want to maintain, purity, so purity will give you a life like Lord Shiva. He will not like to get married, and Kamdev, like the sex god we call in India, comes and try to motivate him and give him excitement. Then also he used to even burn this Kamdev guy. He don't want to enter into sexual life. But overall, later on he came in a good way, and then he has babies also. But most of the people following Lord Shiva are not getting marriage or having babies. So some questions when it comes to a mind, like this is the right way to live, or this is exactly what we can duplicate or explain to the world when we talk about whole world. And we need a scripture from the holy people on this subject also, what I feel, because if we read some other scriptures, our mind get polluted. We learn, and lots of things are happening online. When we interact with such kind of things, I think mind becomes more polluted and purity level goes down, and we develop insecurity, or we can't trust our own family members or partners when we such kind of things online, which gives you a negative feeling towards everybody. So if it comes from the scripture in a right way, I think it may help every young boy or young girl or generation to understand this is a part of life and how exactly they have to deal with it in a very good way, and learn from each other as a uh, holy scripture which makes sense. Because when we talk about Osho and other people promote, they don't have their own baby. So ultimately, everybody is learning from different people, those who don't have their own babies, and that doesn't make sense. And they're getting treatment from the people when they don't have their own babies. So we need a right education system, and we need to make sure, if we can't see God in all, we can't see God at all, and that's all is all life about. And loving each other, caring each other, respecting each other, and purity wins. We always say, always in the history we say, purity will win, or good will kill the bad, or evil will die one day. But ultimately, how exactly it wins, when we see the history, when practical life is concerned, devil is ruling, and ultimately babies are coming from devil, not from gods. Or God even have a baby, then their DNA doesn't exist today. Whoever God we know, if we see practically today, DNA is not present. So Genghis Khan DNA is the biggest, and it's surviving, it's growing, and even babies of Genghis Khan till today, once they born, they become millionaire. But even once they are coming to this world, and how this world is growing and how this system is growing, some question marks in my mind. So I need the right people to help me, to educate me, being a young student of LKG class. So I can explain things better to the world because I am traveling around the world and learn and develop my mental health also. So these things which are disturbing my mind, I am bringing to the world, like what to do, how to deal with this mindset, how to handle this pollution coming in my mind, so I can also become pure one day. And maybe this is the right day to become pure. Maybe new life, new birth on 26/5/2025. So that's an idea. I'd say it's a purity day of my life because it's my birthday also. Like I'm want to born again, and I want to die on 26/5 and want to come back again in a pure form. So that is what I feel somehow, because already it's a new life, and before I leave this world, I want to, respect everybody who came in my life, directly, indirectly, and whatever role they played. It's thankful because everything is done by God. So no regret, no hate. So if I done any mistake, I always request forgive me, and I have already forgiven everybody. So that's what, because I also want to start a new life in 2025, and I think this day will help me a lot, where people around the world will come together and share their experiences, because I know becoming God is very easy, but living like a God and helping each other, because every system has created their own protocols, and people sitting at the top, if we see in any city or any state, most of the people are not having good family life, which is the biggest question. When it comes, top positions give you such kind of lifestyle when you can't even have a good family life, or people will point you out for different things. So we need some universal system which can help, and I think technology is the fastest way to educate people. So we always pray, like the concept what we have launched, 10 minutes of prayers and 10 pictures of smiles, which can help the world and unite the world. And it's all about whatever system they are following. We want to appreciate any holy book they are following, any scriptures they are following, we want to award them for following that particular scripture, because ultimately learning from every scripture is important. Because even like our 10th Guru told, you have to read all these scriptures before you follow our holy book Guru Granth Sahib Ji, because unless you have a knowledge, you don't know what exactly you got. So then you will have a knowledge about all the gods, all the history, and what all happened in the history. That's why this holy book was created, because these were the consequences where he answered in a very good way how we have to live and have qualities of everything. Like we say, 4 qualities are very important. What Gurunath is going to express in a different way. You have to be like Vesh, means you have to be a good businessman, or Kirti means you have to earn your own living in a very good way. Then you have to be Brahman, like spiritually you have to be very strong or knowledgeable. You should be well educated person. Then you have to be Kshatriya, warrior, like an army officer, so that you can protect yourself and your family and your country, being a strong guy, or even protect the whole world, to be honest, not even country, because something we need to educate. It's not about only country, it's to protect the world. That's our responsibility. Then we come to Shud, like cleanness, what we call everything related to cleanliness. We should clean ourselves, we should clean our house, we should clean other places we are living. So those places should be clean, our country, and this whole world should be clean. So this is something we need to learn, and all the qualities which comes as a family. We should be good in a family life, sexual life, whatever is required, everything we should perform perfectly. So these all things, the qualities what Guru Gobind Singh Ji always talking about. Ki grasti mein you have to be a good grasti, something like you should have 100% trust in your wife and your family, and you should be strong enough that nobody can harm your family and your lifestyle or betray you because of your any weaknesses. So this is the education system what our 10th Guru told us, Guru Gobind Singh Ji. But he always said you have to learn first from every scripture, then you come to me, and understand if this is given to you, why it's given to you. So maybe still learning and being a student, I'm praying how God will plan, because always say no plan is the best plan. And great people came to my life, and great brands, great countries, and all the companies, spiritual gurus and holy people around the world. I'm grateful to them to helping me to learn better and educate me. And it's a great day here. So I think we have a nice weather. So enjoying here in Bangalore, and I don't know where is the next destiny, because just I was planning to go to Hong Kong yesterday, so cancelled my flight, and still here. So it's more than 15 days, and God bless. Stay strong and help me to educate. And I want to go to next class from LKG. So I'm looking forward for right school where I can get admitted. Thank you so much.